Hey, how's it going, everybody? Alright, this is going to be my 3D paper model tutorial on to get you started just building the 3D models, this stuff here. Okay? Alright. Number one, you are going to need letter style cardstock. You can find this just about anywhere. Staples would be your best bet though. There's Staples everywhere. 250 sheets for 16 bucks. You're going to be printing out a lot of these. You're going to build about 3 or 4 models before you really get the hang of it, before things start to turn out right. Okay. Where do I get the 3D models for Halo Armor? Well, Pepakura.com, and that's where you're going to get the designer and the viewer. Alright, so what we're going to do is I wrote these down for you. Okay, enough of that. Now, we're going to talk about the things you are going to need. Okay, X-Acto knife, razor blades. There's no other way to do this but with your hands and your eyes. You're going to be printing these things out to on these pages, on the cardstock. They're going to look like this. They're going to have segments, and they're going to be numbered. Alright? You have to cut these out by hand. It makes no sense to use a straight edge. It's going to do you no good. I started out trying that at first. Nothing's better than your hand and your eye, because these are not straight lines ever. These are designed to go into 3-dimension. Alright? Alright, cool. Now, you have valley folds and you have mountain folds, and they are decided by ... line dot. Okay? Now, here's another thing you're going to need. I would go with the super glue method. Get 4 of these little tubes for like under $1. Alright? And the great thing about this, you don't really need to use a lot, so you got to get good at, just using what you need. If you use too much, your fingers are going to stick to everything, and you're just going to get frustrated, and what's going to happen is you're going to end up ruining the piece you're trying to put together. So, take it slow, nice and easy, just a little bit, less is more, okay? Alright, because once you get used to using this, you connect it, you move on to the next piece. It goes a lot smoother, a lot faster. I grabbed magnifying glass, just in case I need to get closer without straining my eyes too much. And talking about eye strain, I also have a headlamp. This helps, you don't want to have to squint when you're trying to cut your pieces out. So a little bit extra light works. I would buy fresh extra razor blades. I've tried the little sharpener thing, and I've tried using a sandstone and a steel, which worked even better than the little drag sharpener. But still, nothing beats fresh razor blades. They're really inexpensive. A couple of these, you can do about 2 or 3 models with about 2 blades. Before it gets dull. Now, I'm using kind of a plastic surface here, so I don't have to worry about cutting anything. It depends if you're on like your kitchen table or something like that. They do make like cardboard sheets. They're thicker than the cardstock that you can cut over. You can find those at arts and crafts store. Start out doing that first. Also, I want you to remember that some of the stuff with the paper crafts is very, very important. We're going to show you here real quick. I'm going to bring up a 3-dimensional model. see. What do we want? We want the... Let's do a bicep. Biceps shows good. Alright, so... Okay. Thing about these models, when you're putting them together, use the support struts. They're very important. Okay? In the three-dimensional model, the support struts keep everything straight and true. Okay? Now, I'll explain this in, you know, my teaser tutorial that goes over a basic overall of the project that I'm working on and how to get started. But this is a little bit more detailed. You want these. These have to go in if you want your models to stay straight. Now remember, you want to set them in a position where they're not going to fall over or get blown over or whatever, because they will warp while they're setting if you don't set them straight up and down like they are right here, like this. Okay? Alright, so you have to find a way, either hang them or set it up straight up and down, so when they cure right. Okay. Now, here we go. We're going to go over the Perpendicular Designer part. Alright, we're going to go up here to the TD menu, two-dimensional menu, and we're going to go to Change Scale. Right? And then we're going to go to Scale Factor, and then we're going to go over where it says Change Pattern Size. Okay, everything's in millimeters to make it easier for you to size it for you. It used to be in centimeters, now it's in millimeters. Now all the models are adjusted by height. So if I change 414 to 413, it changes the rest of the scale automatically. Just automatically does it. See? That way, 433, and then hit like that. Now, when you do that, what you have to remember is you're going to have to pull this menu over here like this, and we're going to bring this up closer, and you're going to have to reposition these pieces in within these squares. So left click, drag, turns red, left click, hold, drag it over and let go. Drops it right there. Okay, you can do those in segments and stuff. So see, I'm going to grab these two right in the middle of the two and drag down. See, if you move over, it gives you more windows. Okay, so if you need extra space after you change the size of it and whatnot, bam, you got it. Okay, now when you print these, and if it asks you to resize, say yes, because you need it to go onto your letter A style cardstock. Okay, so that is the basic 3D model paper tutorial to get you started as far as that stuff goes. I'm going to go ahead and I'm also pop up the website here for you real quick. Well, I'm going to pop up the let's see, Perpendicular index file, and we're going to scroll down on this, kind of give you a good. Now this has got all the ODST stuff. It's got the weapons on it. It's got the Mark V, the Mark VI, and some of the other stuff that you may be looking for. Weapons, human weapons, you know, Covenant weapons. It's got all that stuff. You know, it's got some of the Reach helmets and stuff in it. Now, if you want to find more stuff off of Reach, like 80 to 90% of it's out there, I would suggest going to 405th.com. They're an armor building community, and they are very helpful. And remember to be polite. Okay, so that pretty much concludes my my tutorial. And remember, pay attention to how the models are folded in the three-dimensional space. You're going to want the designer and the viewer. The viewer gives you an option of separating the model segments in three-dimensional space by a couple millimeters, so you can see where the tabs and how they're bent and folded. It also give you an idea of what what to expect. Because some of them are challenging. They're going to be a little tight. You're going to have to take your time with it. But trust me, once you start getting into the high definition stuff, you're going to be very satisfied once you get better at it. Okay, the bigger stuff is easier, but I would go with a little bit smaller stuff first. Make a grenade, maybe a gun. Try a pistol. Make it Spartan size before you try going smaller to match your hand size and stuff like that. But that's about what I got for you right now. Far is a good thorough tutorial on the start on just creating your paper models. I'll be making another tutorial just on the fiberglass resining, and then I'll also be making a tutorial just on painting and Bondo and stuff. So I'll catch you guys later.